After graduating university, I first started working at a retail pharmacy. About a month working there, I realized pretty quickly that retail pharmacy was not for me. I worked at a place that was very physically demanding. It was very busy, there were a lot of patients, but not enough staff to support it. I remember my feet was always hurting because I could barely sit down during my 9-hour, 10-hour shift. People were constantly quitting, and overall, it was just chaotic. So I decided that I should look for other options, and I wanted to have a corporate job so that I could work sitting down and also work with amazing people. And I did. I ended up working at a great company. I was lucky to work with a lot of smart people who I could learn a lot from. I liked my time there, but compared to my coworkers, I realized I didn't have any passion towards my role, so eventually I decided to leave. After leaving my corporate job, I decided to give hospital pharmacy a try. So I started working as a night shift pharmacist at a hospital, working from 6 p.m. to 8 a.m. the next day. And I just have to say, I have massive respect for people working night shifts because it really takes a toll on your body. And I know everybody's different because I've seen stories on the internet of people doing night shifts for 10 plus, 20 plus years and being absolutely fine, but that was not the case for me. To be honest, I don't really have that much energy even in the daytime, so you can imagine how tired I was at night. Therefore, due to health reasons, I decided to quit. I feel like at this point, I'm just in love with quitting. So what did I do after that? I went back to retail pharmacy. But this time, I decided to be picky at where I was going to work at. I wanted to work at an environment that wasn't just swamped with work and burnt out people, but a place where I could learn and also maintain my mental and physical health. But it wasn't easy to find such a place that kind of checked off all my boxes looking through job listings on the internet. So I decided to take a different approach. There was this one specific pharmacy that popped up in my mind one day that I thought would be nice to work at because I visited there a couple of times in the past since it was near my university. And I remember the pharmacist working there was super nice, and the whole ambiance of that place was super chill, which is very rare for a pharmacy. So I had a really comforting impression of that place. So that day, I spontaneously decided to visit that pharmacy. I walked in there, bought some medicine that I didn't actually need, and I just straight up introduced myself to the person that was working there. It turned out that she was the owner, so I said, I actually visited here a couple of times in the past, and I really like this place because the people working here are always super nice. I know you're not hiring right now, but I would love to work here one day. And I added by saying some good qualities about myself that, anyone would do in front of a potential employer. And apparently my boss liked that. So after about a month and a half, I ended up working there. And that's the place where I started making pharmacy vlogs, where I met one of the sweetest bosses ever, and I work with such amazing people, although you couldn't see them in any of my vlogs. I worked at this pharmacy by far the longest compared to any other job I had until this place closed a couple weeks ago. I still keep in touch with the people that I worked with since we became friends, and I'm super grateful for that. So that brings us to my current situation. Currently, I'm studying to change my career. One of the reasons why I changed my job so much was because from early on, I felt like I didn't really fit into this job, but I didn't want to make a hasty decision without trying various options, so I wanted to get as much experience as possible. But trying to change my career hasn't been easy at all, because for the first time in my life, I was very anxious and worried and frustrated for the past couple months because I was just so scared that I might not even get into this new career or possibly fail in this new career in the future. And I'm normally not like this. Usually I'm a happy and positive person, so I thought why I was thinking so negatively in this situation. And I think it's because my career was already set in stone in university, so I never once had any frustration or fear when it came to my future because it was very predictable. But now it won't be, and that just really terrified me. After processing my emotions for a couple months, Now I think I can confidently say I'm no longer super anxious or worried anymore. And the things that I did to help me was I went to therapy for the first time in my life. I spent a lot of time in nature. I went to karaoke with my brother. By the way, I think singing is one of the most effective ways to immediately relieve stress. I recently went on a short road trip with my cousin, which is basically the footage of this whole video. And I didn't feel like meeting anyone during this period, but I did meet a few of my very close friends, and that was comforting. As for when I'll be able to change my career, I don't know. It's gonna take some time because I'm learning something that's completely different, and unlike I wrote on my past resumes, I'm not a fast learner. But overall, the good thing is now I have this big goal in my life, and I feel like I haven't had one in the past 10 years. And it's really nice to have something to work on, something to look forward to, and having this clear idea of what I want in life, at least for now.